shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live Stream. We're glad you're here. Thank y'all for joining us. And we have special guest Brooke. We'll get to Brooke at the end, and we're going to talk about IDPA tonight, Lord willing. CW, how was your week?
It was pretty good. It went by pretty quick. We had lots of wind and rain. We got the remnants of Debbie coming up through today, and it was crazy out there. Sideways rain and big blustery winds. So I didn't get to the range again because of all that rain. But I got some stuff cleaned up and I got some stuff organized, and I stayed busy. It was a pretty good week. Hillbilly, how about you? How was your week?
Oh man, my week was just fine, buddy. We finally got some cool weather and everything, and just wow, it kind of made a difference in the way I felt each day. Instead of being hot as a hairdryer outside, it was not so hot, and man, that just made my day better each and every day that happened. Just having a lot of fun. Glad to be on here tonight. Great show. Awesome way to start the weekend. So I'm going to go on down to my buddy, Scotsman. How you doing, buddy?
Good to be here. It's been a heck of a week, and that's an understatement. We had a fire at work. That was kind of nutty. No one was hurt. We were all right, but it was a hell of a fire. That happened on Tuesday. And then also on Tuesday, I had my doctor's appointment where I found out potentially we're looking at surgery. So could be out of work for a while. We'll find out more here later in the month. And I also have a second opinion booked as well. I want to get a second opinion just to make sure. So we got that done. But yeah, just heck of a week, man. And just glad to be here and hanging out with my buddies and everyone out in the side chat. Great seeing everyone out there. This is the way to start the weekend, man.
Thank you for being here, brother. Who's next? Gene, you next.
Evening, everybody. Man, sorry I missed last week. We had bad storms roll through. The internet was a no-go. So I took a nap. That's what it did. Man, it's been hotter than wasabi peas here. It's going to start calming down a little bit this weekend. But it's been going pretty good. Had a good week at work. Out there sorting brass hard for you people. Let me tell you what, getting it ready for your pleasure best I can. But man, it's just good to be here. Going to be back on here with the panel. This illustrious panel here. Look at all these beautiful faces. Love to see y'all. And,
he's talking to you, Brooke.
I'm like, y'all supposed to smile when someone calls you beautiful. Y'all sitting there like, okay, whatever.
I said beautiful.
Okay.
That means most of us on the panel are scary.
Well, see, that makes almost everyone
What about
smile.
you, Six?
How y'all doing tonight? Another good week. Worked all week, basically. Put up with a lot of heat. Got a little bit of work done in the reloading room. Other than that, that's about it. So glad to be here again tonight. And how about you, Andy?
Decent week. Busy at work as usual. Did some loading up some 357s with a 195 grain lead bullet. It was 100 and I forget what it was, 20 grains or so zinc with blue dot for testing. Other than that, the weather's been hot, and then we had a lot of rain, and today humid as can be, and like CW, the Hurricane Debbie's doing her thing. And other than that, everything's good. How about you, Walter?
Well, we had a pretty good week around here. I got some kayaking done and some hiking done and some casting and reloading and shooting done. So that's all good. The only weather incident we had out our way is I think Mario Mosine fell out of bed Wednesday morning early because we had about 100 earthquakes right under his house that went off. I felt it clear over here, and I'm 100 miles away from. So we had quite a swarm of earthquakes over in the Bakersfield, California area where Mario's at, and it shook a whole bunch over there. It didn't do much in the way of damage. Our structures out here are all built to withstand earthquakes, so it's all wood and nails that will give and sway a little bit without cracking and having your chimneys fall over and whatnot. But other than that, good week here, great weather. I can't complain. I have to be satisfied with all of your guys' bad weather, I guess. I don't get any bad weather. I feel left out.
So sad. So sad.
You know what causes those earthquakes, don't you, out there, Walter? From
it's the Mexican cuisine.
everybody opening up hard seltzers.
Yeah, that'll do it too, boy. all dropping them on the ground simultaneously.
All right, Mark. They said they're holding me for last, so you get to go next.
You're on, Mark.
Okay. Well, been a good week. This is actually our last full week of summer vacation. I'm going to have to head back into school for a day or two next week, and then the following week we've got our in-service leading up to kids showing up on Thursday, I believe. So I got some leather work done this week. I got some cleaning up done this week, and we're mopping up on our end from Tropical Storm Debbie. Didn't have as much flooding as I thought we would, but that could still come tomorrow. There's a lot of upstream from us. So just glad to be here tonight. Thanks for having me. It's great to see everybody on the panel. Great to see everybody over there in the side chat. And let's go ahead and get this weekend started because it's going to be a good one.
Thank you for being here. All you guys on the panel, thank you very much. And I want to introduce our special guest that's here tonight to talk about IDPA. And I always want to say U.S. IDPA, and I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Anyway, from A Great Start Shooting School channel, here's Miss Brooke Cheney. How's your week been, ma'am?
Well, my week has been long and stressful, but I'm happy to be here with you guys this Friday. My mom had surgery on Tuesday, so it's just been one of those weeks. But I still was teaching Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, today is Friday. I'll be teaching it all day tomorrow and Sunday. So it's always fun to get people to go from, I had one student here the other day. She, as soon as I pulled a firearm out, she's like, oh, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. And then by the end of her lesson, she's like, oh, I got this. Not a problem. So that's my favorite part of the week is every time I get to take a student from fearful to calm and confident. So I think every week I get some kind of blessing from that. So that's my favorite part of the week for sure.
Okay. I think we need to set the record straight first and foremost. You actually run a shooting school in Connecticut.
Yes, sir, I do.
So all you people that are in that area, if you're, especially ladies, if you're, and I know we don't have many lady viewers, but guys, if you got a wife or a young person that's looking to get into shooting, you could do a whole lot worse than carrying her to Miss Brooke for a while.
Yeah, not only is it a shooting school, it's a great start shooting school.
Well, yeah, I did. I was very specific about naming my school. Because I only got into shooting a little while ago, relatively speaking. And it was because I didn't know how to touch a firearm without it going off. And so I went to look for training. And my problem was I'd look up training and it would say all of this stuff that I didn't even understand. So I'm like, I don't know, is this the right class for me? Is it not the right class for me? And everything was a week long, a weekend long, a full day. At the time, I'm a mom of 2 kids. infant and toddler, and I could not leave my house for a day or even half a day. It was wicked hard. So a Great Start Shooting School was to give people a great start for their journey in firearms, because I found it hard to figure out what training was, much less find it. I actually ended up leaving my children for the first time ever to go to Arizona to train with babes with bullets. And I didn't want moms to have to do that. I opened a Great Start so that folks are going to have little bite-sized stuff. Thanks, TNT. Nice of you, Coop, to say such things. I think. I don't know. But yeah, it's a passion of mine, because I went from not knowing anything to feeling comfortable. And IDPA is actually a good log, runs into this, because IDPA really helped me build my confidence in handling firearms. So yeah, a Great Start Shooting School opened 2014. And so I'm on my 10-year anniversary right now for this year, and taught hundreds of students. Thank you very much. Yes, 10 years is a long time, and it's been a great lot of fun, basically.
So tell us a little bit about your Saturday night live stream that comes on at 9 Eastern time.
All right, so Suicide Prevention Saturday started on Facebook in 2018, and I just had family members, myself. Nobody wants to talk about mental health, and people really don't want to talk about suicide, because it's a really kind of squishy, kind of uncomfortable conversation for most people. However, I was suicidal as a teen, and so I've lived through it, in that I didn't obviously commit suicide, or I wouldn't be here to talk about it. But then in 2018, I started on Facebook. I think 2020, I think, is when I started doing Facebook and YouTube. And it's literally called Suicide Prevention Saturday. And every night since 2018, I've been hopping on the internet to say, hey, here's 10 or 15 minutes of things we want to talk about that are not easy to talk about. Here are some solutions or ideas for you to deal with mental health. Here are some resources for you. Veteran suicide, hopefully y'all know, is a big deal. And yeah, DJ co-hosts Suicide Prevention Saturday with me now. And we just try to talk about different stuff, because it is a hard topic. I have been a Second Amendment violence prevention, suicide prevention advocate since 2011, when I started going up to the Capitol here in Connecticut and just talking about, if we want to save lives, we got to talk about mental health, because 2 out of every 3 gun deaths they talk about are suicides.
Okay, quick trivia question for the side chat. What is the official title of the theme song from MASH?
Oh.
You're not in the side chat, dude. Well, I didn't know how to name.
Well, we'll let Hillbilly decide who got the answer correct. Anyway, I think one of the things that I think you're doing a great service, Brooke, on that live stream, and I get in there when I can. But I think one of the biggest flaws in the way we care for our veterans is the lack of mental health, and there's a lack of mental health care in this whole country, and not just with our veterans, but with everybody. And so we haven't seen an answer yet for the trivia question. How about I send you 100 cast bullets?
Somebody was close, and then they actually they didn't actually get it right, and then their answer disappeared. So
They're like, just kidding.
TMS.
yeah, you got to study up, TMS, before you come on here.
All right, first one gets the answer right, I'll send you 100 cast bullets.
Read my comment.
On the actual side chat or in the private comments? No, there's nothing in our private chat.
Side chat.
Walker said he answered it, but I didn't see it. I'm just scanning back.
Yeah, I thought I seen the right answer or close to it, but then it disappeared. So
I don't see a comment from you, Gene.
yeah, I don't see one from Gene or Walks. As far as he said
It's
he
right
answered
after
it.
Boomstick's last comment.
Okay, Mr. Bob, the question is, what is the official title of the theme song from MASH? I even hummed a little bit of it for you.
It's so funny. I used to watch that all the time. You know, back in the day when at 11 o'clock or midnight, the thing came on and said, "Hey, do you know where your children are?"
Yeah, I'm not seeing
Put
the
an
comment.
answer up there too, but I don't think it was right.
Yeah.
Do you see my comment now, Jamie?
No,
No,
I don't
yours is
either.
not showing up, Gene.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh man, technical problems.
What a bunch of blind dummies. Come on, man.
Here, I'll type it in here.
freaking YouTube, man.
Hey,
See, DJ has part of it.
Andy
It
said,
failed to post because of the word in it. The
Oh,
correct answer
okay.
is suicide. The correct answer is suicide is painless.
Yeah,
Oh,
I put that in earlier in the side chat.
hence the
they're
reason
not
it
showing up.
disappeared.
It won't let you type it in because it has suicide.
okay,
Mine
let
stayed.
me say this about that. It's not. If you do something to hurt yourself, you're
Right.
not only hurting yourself, you're hurting everybody that cares anything about you. And that's just the way it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a sighting.
Okay, count us down, Walter. We have a sighting.
Are we ready?
We are.
In 3, 2, 1. Mario.
Battle bean.
West Coast weirdo.
I had not heard that one before.
Oh yeah,
So-
he's the West Coast weirdo, the battle bean, you name it. He's our little Mexican.
He's our Mexican.
Even though he's not Mexican.
There's
He's a
Savage.
shaking Chicano.
There's
Isn't he a,
Savage.
isn't he a guacamole?
Do we know him? I'm not. First time I've seen you, I want to welcome you in. But generally, I'm focused on what's going on, and there's a lot of comments that gets by me. So whether you've been here before or not, Savage Lee, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. And I guess that I will send Gene and Walks 100 bullets, for lack of anything better. So
Hey, I got it right.
In all my years on YouTube doing Suicide Prevention Saturday, I have been banned twice, where they take down my live, and one was this year, and the other time was like 2-3 years ago. So oddly, I've actually managed to get away with calling it Suicide Prevention Saturday, and I have not been taken down. So, like we were discussing in the green room, the AI is weird. So let some stuff go, other stuff not so much. And it is on a Great Start Shooting School, so it's, double negative as far as YouTube is concerned because it's guns and suicide. So thus far, the AI angels have been with me and not taking me out every single time I go on.
So there's boomsticks out there, and we're going to go through the side chat here in a minute. There's Broke Loader 2. Good to see you out there, brother. I want to take a quick minute for Gene to talk up his giveaway. There's some great prizes over there, and y'all know we've been doing a fundraiser for Scotsman, and I feel like that's causing Gene to not get as much play over on his channel with the great video, that the great giveaway he's working on. And it's not only a fundraiser for Scotsman, but it's also in celebration of his
5K, baby.
5,000 subscribers. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on, and I'll see if I can track down a link to that video.
Well, I'm doing my 5,000 sub extravaganza, we'll call it. And I'm doing it to benefit my brother, the Scotsman. Love you, brother, very much. What it is, I've got 2 packages. I've got a shooter's package and a reloader's package put together. You can go watch the video over on my channel about what's in the packages. But to enter in to win one of the packages of your choice, it's $10 an entry. So you get 1 entry for 10, 2 for 20, or 3 for 25. And it would all be done by random numbers. So your name will be done in random numbers on a spinning wheel when I do this giveaway for my 5,000 subs and Scotsman's benefit. Scotsman really needs the help right now. So if you can, please donate. I do take Cash App. I do not take Venmo because, well, somebody I know lost a lot of money through Venmo. But if you want to send me a check, or if you want to put something in a card like a couple people have done and mail it to me, just email me at reloadingfromthehotpot@gmail.com, and I'll gladly give you my address. Not a problem. We're all brothers out here. And like I said, I've gotten a couple like that. I'm expecting a couple more checks in right now. So either Cash App me at $Mr. Hotpot, or email me for my address and I'll give that to you. Or if you are on the Georgia Shooting Connection list, if you're on the spreadsheet, my address is on there. So you can look my address up on there if you'd like to, and feel free to send it at your will. That's not a problem. In the giveaways, I'm going to be including a couple little extra things in there that I'm not going to tell what they are. They're just extra little gifts with the packages. So the shooter's package will get something extra in it, and then the reloader's package will get something extra in it. Now, I'm probably going to include a few more items that I'm listing. So if you win one of these and you get it, well, it'll just be some surprises in there for you. That's what I got.
Good stuff, brother.
Oh, I will be doing some follow-up video tomorrow on it, just to refresh it and to remind people that this is for a great cause. This is for a great brother who has selfishly helped many in our community, bent over backwards and broke for other members of our community. So he is very well deserving of this.
Yes, he is. And he got me
Wow.
started doing this too.
And I don't care how mean and nasty he thinks he is.
Y'all need to understand that I'm not happy about this by any means of the matter, but I do appreciate it, because at this point it does look like I'm going to be out for a while. So I never ever, like I said in my video the other day, I never ever wanted to be in a position that I would have to have this come back to me, and unfortunately, we just kind of fell into that spot, and not something I ever wanted to ever happen. Everything I've done over the years, I can't tell you exactly why I did it. Jamie will tell you he knows all day long. And maybe Jamie does, but I don't know. All I can tell you is I've been blessed to be part of this great nation and a part of this great community. And I felt that I had to jump in. It goes all the way back to C-Max years and years and years ago. And then C-Max said he was sick, and probably within the hour, I had a video up of, hey, we're doing this. And within a few hours, I had phone calls from huge YouTubers that I've never known before in my life calling me going, dude, you're crazy. No shit, it's in the name.
We're glad to be able to do this for you, man. I got to address this comment right here. I don't know where to start on this. And Scotsman will tell you that Georgia traditionally has not been a blue state within the last 20, 25 years. However, we got a lot of liberals who have moved into the Atlanta area, and with them, they have brought their left-wing politics. So if you guys are thinking about moving from a non-2A friendly state to move to a 2A friendly state, please think about Georgia. All right, listen, we're surrounded by Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee, and the Atlantic Ocean, okay? The Atlantic Ocean don't vote. There is absolutely no danger of Tennessee or Alabama ever going blue because they don't have a big, sprawling metropolis like Atlanta full of liberals. So I would beg you to bring your right-wing politics and move to Georgia and vote for a Second Amendment and protect our Second Amendment rights because we're on the verge of swinging either way. And I hope we have a policy on Georgia Shooting Connection to not talk about politics because we get hammered with it at every turn all week long. So that's where we're at. And it's almost the bottom of the hour after that little short tirade. So, and we've still got to get to our topic. But before we do that, we want to call out the great folks that are watching and the great folks that are in the side chat making comments. And I will make an announcement that for the first time tonight, we are live on Rumble. So, all you viewers over on Rumble, if there's any of you over there, welcome to the party. And
I'm watching it on Rumble.
We got some comments over there.
Mine.
Well, it'll take a while to settle in. So I do believe with the stuff that we see going on that we'll all be migrating over that way before too much longer. So remember, X and Rumble, if we all get deleted, that's where we'll wind up. So, Walter, what are we typing in tonight, man?
Well, since Brooke is here to talk to us, how about IDPA?
Very good. Type in IDPA and I'll call your name out on TV.
You had me worried for a second. I'm like, don't make them all right, Brooke.
I know.
Brooke's like, why are we here?
No, I do not ask why. Why is a horrible question. How? How is an empowering question. I don't ask why. Because when we come up with why questions, we can answer lots of things in a not well way. However, when we ask how questions, how can we do something, then we accomplish things. Why is just a blame game. So no, I don't ask why, ever.
But see, you can never answer that question.
I know, exactly.
Because the next logical question is what? Why?
Why not?
I was gonna say that the better question is what.
Yeah. So let's see if I can find out. We got, of course, Walter is on the panel and in the side chat because he was the first commenter because he's the one that made it up. So, and closely behind him we have CW Longshot and Andy 79Z28, who are also in the panel and on the side chat, and Tim S. And a great start shooting school. That would be Miss Brooke. We got Texas 6 on the panel and in the side chat. We got Big Al out there and Dwayne 7834, Michael Dunn, Big Al. Trees are blowing videos. Hey man, how you? we need to get Don on the panel with us one of these nights. We just do. I feel cheated for not having him. Tacos and French fries, Andre D'Angelo, Edward Petty, Info Bros, Tim S. Papa's Place, Tactical Fud, Corners and Doors, Bubba Triclops Ballistic. That's another one we need to get on here. Dwayne 7834, Hillbilly Up is on the panel. Yukon 454, Boomstick Mark 4. Hey, brother. My brother Thorzak's is out there. M. Gabriel, Mike Hester, William C. Chapin, Walt Fletcher, Toy Town Inc., Ricky Baird. We'll put that comment up there. Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy, Tommy Boy, Ricky Baird, GGW Outdoors. Tony, I need to talk to you. Our brother Artak and Daughters, Crash, Big Al again, one guy, welcome. M. Gabriel is now subbed on
Rumble, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Subbed over on Rumble, Crash, and Mark Thomas. You got to confuse me, don't you? Paul Loud's out there, the funniest man on YouTube. Reloading from the Hot Pot is also in the panel and on the side chat. And I think that's all. M. Gabriel subbed on Rumble. Thank you, sir. DJ Play Nice is out there.
A quick note on Boomstick there. Boomstick has had some troubles too, and he lost all his subs, so he can use some more subs. So if you want to click over there on Boomstick Mark IV, he's had about 4 different channels, and he's only got about 50 subs because he had to start up all over again.
Yeah, and I'd like to add that Boomstick has a great channel. He most usually puts out videos dang near every day, and he literally just, he shoots at targets. From what I can see from a long-time viewer, he's never tried to sell anything, but for some reason he's on their radar, and his channels keep getting taken down, and it's sad, man, because he has great content.
Yeah, he does. So National 86 is out there, and Shauna Ewing. I hope I said that correct.
Ewing, yeah.
Over on
Shanna and Jason.
Okay. Jason is National 86.
No, Shanna and Jason, they're married. They're 2 great people. They're out there saying hi to everybody.
Good deal. Welcome in here. I was talking about this guy right here. Hello. He's watching on Rumble. Thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate it. We look forward to spending time with you and getting to know you better. And there's Jason Ewing. Welcome into you also, brother. There's Todd. A lot of these folks are coming in after we do the chat run through.
Not my dog.
Okay, DJ Play Nice. It's on my personal Rumble channel. I have to create another channel for Georgia Shooting Connection over there as well, but it's on JH586 right now. And we'll get Georgia Shooting Connection over there. And Tim S is over there on Rumble. So, okay, this is the thing. We want to talk about IDPA. I know CW shot IDPA. I know Mr. Blow Smoke has done that. And Brooke, if someone was interested in getting started in IDPA, what would they need to do?
Call me. I'll take care of it. No. The easiest thing to do, honestly, is start at the IDPA website, and it literally is just idpa.com. And there's another software. Because you guys have been talking about competition for how long now? A couple weeks, maybe over a month or two. So have you guys talked about Practice Score at all here?
We've mentioned it. Yep.
Okay, so Practice Score is probably the easiest way to actually find IDPA or USPSA matches in your area. I will say, I read the rules manual before going to a game, and it's not very useful because until you see it played, you don't really understand what's going on. So as a safety officer for US IDPA, one of the things we usually ask is before you compete, they want you to go watch a match. Now, you can go to my YouTube channel, you can go to idpa.com. There's tons of videos out there on how to shoot it. But the way you get hooked into it generally is find someone in your area who already does it, because it's always better to have someone bring you there. Because my husband and I were lucky enough to have an IDPA shooter introduce us to IDPA. But if you just want to look for Practice Score, look up IDPA matches in your area, and then they generally love having people there who are just curious about learning about it. And someone will inevitably most likely bring you under their wing. And honestly, even though most places you go, they want you to watch a match before you play, at the same time, most people don't get to leave without getting to play, because I find the competition community being the most welcoming, nicest community I've ever been a part of. You guys are all part of the 2A community. Same goes for that as well. So to get started, you can start with idpa.com, but Practice Score really helps you find something local in your area.
Now it's spelled out Practice Score.
Yes.
With the TI. Practice.
I have it right here.
So, one point on what Brooke's talking about, they do also offer classes. It's basically a one-day class, and they basically it's a mock IDPA match, but they'll break down all the roles, walk through everything with you, and then you go out and you shoot the match. And they do offer that, and you find that in Practice Score as well. But there are a lot of places that will offer that, and it's essentially, like I said, it's a mock match, but they'll walk you through all the rules and all the rest of it, and help you with it. Usually, it's not that expensive. They're fairly cheap for the most part.
Right, and you guys talked about USPSA a week or two ago, right? Or last month, I guess. So I started with IDPA because IDPA is just happened to be the first person that I met, and that's what they introduced me to. And then USPSA was the second thing I was introduced to. And if you just want to get into the shooting sports where you're working from a holster, walking around or running around and shooting, I highly suggest IDPA first over USPSA, simply for the fact that it's like chess and checkers, in that IDPA is way more like the game of checkers. You have black and red squares, you're told where you can go. IDPA is very much that. It's like, go here, stand here, shoot these targets. Go there, stand here, shoot those targets. Versus USPSA, which is like, shoot them as you see them. Because starting with IDPA, my very first match was the Monday after Christmas, 2010. And the thoughts going through my head that day as I walked up to my first stage was, I have a loaded gun and you want me to walk around. Are we really sure about this? Because I just was like, I'm doing what? So all we care about when you come to an IDPA match is you have good discipline with your finger and where your muzzle is pointed. And everyone assured me on my first match, all they really care about is your safety. Unfortunately, so many people want to get there and get a good score, but it's like nobody cares about your score other than you. And all they really want to see is good, safe gun handling skills. And that is kind of why I say start with IDPA, because it's slower than USPSA. You can can get in with more production gear, so it's less expensive for the startup costs for it. And like I said, it's go here, shoot these, go there, shoot that, and there's not as high a round count. So even in ammo, it's less expensive to get started in IDPA over USPSA.
So to break it down, folks out there, if you're not familiar with IDPA is basically intended to be something along the lines of what you're going to encounter out in the field, where you may walk into that situation and have to fight and defend your life.
What's it stand for, Scotsman?
It's international.
Defensive.
Yeah, you had me
International
right there,
Defensive Pistol Association
There
is
you
what it stands for.
Sorry, brother, I put you on the spot. I thought you knew. I was going to say.
International Defensive
I was-
Pistol Association.
I was in the middle of a thought, and then you did that.
It's all right.
IDPA is a lot of fun, and if you're going to conceal carry, IDPA is a great way to go because of the scenarios they put you in. We have matches where on a stage you have to put your hands in a bowl of water, like you're out camping and cleaning something, and you've got to pull your hands out and grab your firearm and go to work on the targets. You can shoot behind cars. You can pull along.
You can shoot in cars
Your buddy
too.
who's wounded.
Yeah, about anything you can think of,
shoot
you can make
in
up
cars,
a
out
scenario.
of cars.
We did one brushing your teeth.
IDPA is IDPA is a lot. IDPA is a lot of fun and teaches you how to come around a corner. Teaches you how to slice the pie, the first target available. And Brooke is right. It is a lot slower than USPSA, which I'm heavily involved in now. I'm a range officer for USPSA, so I'm getting more involved into it. Next year I'll be a CRO, certified range officer, and then I'll just try to go up from there a bit. IDPA is a lot of fun, people. If you've never shot any kind of an event, and you want to learn how to draw from a holster and how to do mag changes, IDPA is the way to go.
And also just like the self-defense stuff people talk about is that you could spend $450 and go to SIG for the weekend and have to get a hotel, or you can spend 20 or 25 bucks at your local club and go to an IDPA match. And it's not that you get the same training, but you get a lot more experience of the shooting and moving. Because unfortunately, most people get to be in a square range all the time, and that's just not as much fun.
Well, the best part about IDPA, for example, is, again, it's all various situations. They put you into different things. And if you happen to take Winchester White Box with you, you'll have all kinds of training. Trust me, I know. This story has been around for quite some time at this point, but I went to a match and unfortunately didn't have time to load ammo when I bought Winchester White Box, and guess what? I had a lot of malfunction training. So yeah, you'll get a lot of different things that come into play, and it's just fun. The biggest thing with it is go out there, have fun. We say this with any of the competition shoot we talk about, but go out, have fun, and just pay attention to what you're doing, pay attention to where your muzzle is, and you'll learn a lot. You really will.
And if you're ever just going to think you're going to go watch a match, take an outer waistband holster, 3 magazines, and a 2 magazine mag pouch with you.
And so here's
most of the time, unless it's boiling hot outside, you normally have to shoot with cover, which is like you'll see a lot of people wearing those fishing vests. I wear a Hawaiian shirt when I shoot, so I cover with that. But it's a lot of fun. I'm sorry, Brooke.
It's okay. I'm like Scotsman now. I'm like, I forgot my thought. Just like, so yes. So I've traveled all over New England shooting, and the other part about this, which I didn't realize about any of the shooting sports, is they're all volunteer. So like when I started, I'd go pay my $25. I thought all the people that were there were getting paid. And so I think that's one of the things we forget to talk about in the shooting community is that pretty much every sport you go to, it's volunteers. So Most of us who volunteer don't shoot as well as those who don't, but it's still fun and it's rewarding. And as far as stories go, I don't have a ammo story as much as one day I went to a competition and I was going out of state. So our guns had to be locked in a box and put in the back of the car. So I had my gear, I had all my ammo, all of that sort of stuff, all my mags. I get to the competition, I have no gun. It's sitting locked on my kitchen table. I was still able to shoot the match because people will happily just lend you whatever they have. So it does make it a lot easier. As far as how the game actually runs, it's like golf. You want the lowest score possible. You are timed, and however long it takes you to run the course of fire, and they explain to you what the course of fire is. So since they were talking about what they are, they have all sorts of different scenarios that they run. Let's see. Ready? Here's a scenario, short one. You're at home relaxing when you hear intruders. They are armed and attack you. Defend yourself. And for this one, I know it's really tiny, but you just had 4 little targets, wrong side, and you have to shoot them. And it tells you, it tells you on here how many shots you have to take. So this one is 3 shots on each target, T1, 2, 3, and 4. And sorry, my camera is so awful these days. And you have to engage each target for the amount of times. So it's like I could shoot at T1 3 times, regardless of whether I hit it, I've engaged it. And they time you to take all of your shots, and it'll tell you that you're, I don't know, whatever 3 times 4, that'd be 12. After your 12 shots, you can still do makeup shots on most of it. So they take how long it takes you to hit your targets, shoot your targets, and then they mark what your points are. And there are 3 scoring rings when it comes to the IDPA targets. You have a down 0, both in the body and in the head area. Then you have a -1 and a -3. And the way that works is they just count up where your bullets hit. If you miss the target entirely, that's -5. And like I said, this is like golf. You want a low score. So if you get down 0, your score is just the time of how long it took you to shoot. If it is, Big Al, that will depend on what it says in the brief, because they will tell you from the holster, undercover, from the table. So those are all different scenarios as to how it would start. So it's not always the same. Most of them are going to be from the holster, but like we were talking about before, there's tons of different types of scenarios that we'll run through depending on your club. Some range masters are more, sorry, that's USPSA. Some folks who run matches are more creative than others. Also depends on the club and what you have to put stuff together. So 0, down 0 is what we say is the best because that's just your time. Then if you get any in the down 1, that adds 1 second to your time. So let's say I shot 12 shots in 10 seconds, but I have 5 down 1s. So now I've got a 15-second score. So that's kind of it. It's a much simpler scoring system than USPSA. So that makes it a lot easier for those of us who are bad at math. And they have procedurals where you don't follow the instructions that they gave you. And other things where you can break the rules. That's when I'm like, just go watch a match versus just reading all the rules, because it's really too hard to follow the rules until you understand. Non-threats, we have targets that you're not supposed to hit. They have little hands in front of them generally, and you get penalty points for that. The whole 5 seconds is as bad as missing a target altogether. Then we have ones that don't get given as often, which is the flagrant penalty and the failure to do right. And there's an official failure to do right definition, but I just call it the don't be a dick penalty, because it means you've done something terribly horrible. And that's kind of how it goes. Oh, and the finger discipline thing. You must keep your finger off the trigger at all times unless your sights are on target, and it must be off when you're reloading. And these are the skills that will help you get through an IDP match. What's up, Jamie? Got anything else? Gentlemen, Scotsman, you guys got other things you think about?
Well, we've got your share screen. Do you want anything from there?
Well, you can show that right now. I got the score sheet up. So this is what I was just talking about. So for that scenario that just had 4 targets, it would either hopefully have under T1, T2, T3, and T4 is down 0. And if you shot that all at once, it's string 1. Well, thank you, Thor. So procedurals, this is where I start talking about the finger off the trigger. If the safety officer tells you finger, as that's one of the corrections you'll get while you're shooting, the first time they say it, you get a procedural. So you get that 3 seconds. If you do it again on the same stage, you're going to get disqualified because we really care the most about you and safety. For those of you guys who have not been to the IDPA site yet, this is what it looks like, idpa.com. And under Georgia Shooting Connection, or sorry, right next to it, where it says resources, if you're really dying to read the rule book, it is right there for you. The nice thing about our sections is when you shoot, you're going to be in a class, anywhere from master to novice. So you're only competing against people who are similar skill level as you. So it's kind of nice. The classic classifier that they have has you run through different scenarios. As far as this one is without cover. So it just gives you strong hand, weak hand, and reloading, as well as shooting and moving. Like I said, we don't get to do that at a square range. And other than that, those are procedural errors, practice score. That was the thing we talked about. If you want to find a match going to practice score, you can put in your town or your state, and they will show you what is available to you. And we have a club near us that has matches on like 2 or 3 times a month. So that is where I would suggest you guys go for that sort of stuff. That's all I have on the screen, Jamie. So you can make us all larger again if you'd like.
When I started shooting matches, Brooke, I joined a local range just to join a club range. And I didn't know anything about IDPA. Well, during my walkthrough, my safety walkthrough, after me joining in all my paperwork and stuff, the director of the range, Steve, said, we shoot IDPA here too. And I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
He said, bring an outer waistband holster, your favorite gun, and 3 magazines. I'll see you Saturday. I said,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I showed up, and I learned on the fly. And it was a lot of fun. Right now, I shoot between sharpshooter and master, but I don't do it a lot. I might shoot, now I'm down to probably half a dozen IDPAs a year. But you said USPSA. USPSA it's exactly the same as IDPA, except for you want
I
points.
disagree 100%.
Well, you want points, and it's a matter of you figuring the stage out the way you see fit.
Yeah. I mean, every
Where
stage you go
IDPA is
to,
constructed, and you don't want points.
yeah. And the reason I just disagree is because IDPA, like you just said, you can go your favorite gun, an outside the waistband holster, and 3 magazines. If you show up like that at a USPSA match, you are in serious trouble because you're not going to shoot
production.
I shoot production. I still have 8 mags on me. No.
Really?
Oh, God, yeah. Remember, I am not in a free state. I have a 10-round mag ban.
Oh,
so, yeah,
production.
I need 5 rounds. Yeah. So that's why around here in New England, the anti-gun area.
Production here is 15 rounds for USPSA.
Yeah. But anyway, it's way cheaper to get into IDPA, and it is a slower, and for me personally, right? Because I only started shooting in 2007. And for 2007, 8, and 9, I only shot rimfire, and I was afraid of centerfire. And it wasn't until 2010 that they got me into shooting centerfire, and from there I went to IDPA and USPSA. So this is where like Steel Challenge. No one told me about Steel Challenge. I would have probably still been shooting 22s if that were the case. So IDPA, I think, is a nice stepping stone prior to USPSA, only because when I was brand new, I shot 2 or 3 months of IDPA before I went to my first USPSA match, and my poor little brain melted when I saw all of those targets and shoot them as you see them. I'm like, wait. I used to go at position 1, position 2, position 3, reload here, reload here, reload here. And so when they take me, a brand new shooter, and show me a USPSA thing, I'm like, oh, there's 30 targets and I have to reload like 5 times. I couldn't handle it. So my brain was just like, are you kidding? But if you're an experienced shooter, you've already know how to do this, then I don't suppose it would make a difference. But for me, that's like
one of the bigger differences between the two, and Brooke brought this up, getting used to knowing how to move and shoot at the same time, and you do that in USPSA too. But the big difference between the two of them is IDPA is essentially a planned out match, and you're told how you have to shoot it, versus USPSA, you're going out there and you have to figure out how you want to shoot it to get the fastest time possible. So you're still doing the moving and shooting, but you have more opportunity to gain that experience in the IDPA because it's already pre-planned and you have to follow exactly what they tell you to do.
Well, and there's still pre-planning an IDPA, and there's absolutely ways to game the system and figure out what your strengths are to be able to shoot that better and faster, and where can you do reloads versus attack load, and so there's little things in IDPA that can warm you up for when you have to figure everything out on USPSA as well.
Right.
Very true, because you can boarding load, right, Brooke?
Oh yeah.
So you can start with 11. Yeah. You start with 11, so you boarding load. Mm-hmm. Well, after you shoot 5 targets with 2 rounds each, you drop an empty mag. You still got 1 in the chamber. So you can do little gamer things like that with IDPA.
Yeah, and I learned from one of the best gamers out there, because the gentleman that brought me in, he had actually just won the world champion revolver in 2010, and he happened to be a member at our club. And so,
guess who our local hotshot is?
Who's your local hotshot?
Bob Vogel.
Okay, yeah, I've shot with Bob.
National champion.
Yes,
that's our local hotshot that helps everybody.
Yeah, and I mean that's just it. Is like most of them are very helpful, and it's definitely helped me meet a lot of people all over the country, and so it is a lot of fun. I don't know. What else is there to talk about as far as, big AI. What is power level? So here's the thing. Each version, what are we going to call them? Words. All right, help me out, you guys. ESP, CDP, carry optics, SSP, CCP, revolver, bug, and PCC. So you can shoot PCC, which has a different power factor than
pistol caliber carbine.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Do people not know what PCC is? My bad. I apologize. Sorry. So across the top where it says ×4, CDP, ESP, CO, SSP. These are all the different types of firearms that you can have. Enhanced service pistol, carry optics, stock service pistol, revolver. Bug is anything that's small. Basically, I forget what exactly those are. And then PC is pistol carbine, as he just said. So each one of those have different power levels expected. So there isn't a single answer to Big AI's question, is what I was just trying to say.
That's Big Al. He's from Oklahoma.
Oh, Big Al, not Big AI. That's good. Just like we were talking AI all earlier in the green room, so I guess that's why I've got AI on my head. So Big Al, sorry. But yeah, and that stuff is going to be when you go to the IDPA site and you go to resources, you can go to the rule book and it'll tell you what each one of those divisions entail, what is the which type of guns are going to fit into which of those categories.
So one thing we really haven't touched on yet, and I'm kind of surprised because Brooke, you got a great start shooting school, but you haven't touched on training. Guys, get out there and find a trainer. Find someone that can help you and teach you the different aspects of what you need to know. You all know I do training too. I teach people, and it's one of the blessings I have being able to be here and had so many years in guns that I can get out there and teach people and help them to defend themselves. You know, get out there and find a good trainer, man. It's generally it's not that expensive. It'll really depend on the area you're in. You'll have people who will charge you for by the hour, or they'll charge you for the class. It'll vary on what they're doing, how many people show up, and stuff like that. But you know, in general, it's not that bad as far as cost. And just get out there and find someone. You know.
But like you said before, though, too, is like when you find a club in your area that runs IDPA, that's probably the easiest way to go, because they are the ones that have the what Scotsman was talking about before, where they'll give you the intro to IDPA, and often that is free, where they're just going over, walking you through. I know we don't have lots of girls here, but I know a girl and a gun will run IDPA intros. But yeah, practice score, finding an IDPA club. That is the easiest way to get some free training, most likely. And yes, one-on-one training is always good as well. I actually am an IDPA club because I will run classifiers. And when I was talking before about the fact that you're shooting against people with like skill set of yours, that's how you get classified. So I do run those as well.
Okay, Gene, I put you a message in the side in
Yes,
the
sir.
private chat. Are you ready?
Hold on, let me read the private chat. Yes, I do.
It's time for What's Hot Pot Got?
I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I found a few items come through the machine, and I want to share them with y'all. One being a 9mm case that, let's see if my camera will focus in. See those steps in there?
Yeah, we've all thought that.
We did for a second, and then we got fuzzy again.
Now he's frozen.
What a time to freeze up. Come on, Gene, come back to us, buddy.
Oh, I'm like, oh no, I thought it was me. Jamie, you broke him.
I don't know, man. He'll be back in a minute. So,
Oh, there. I'm back.
there he
All
is.
right. And the second one is this 7.62x39 case. Focus.
There we go.
Look at there.
Wow.
That's not
I
good.
I bet that was nasty.
I would not try to reload that.
Man, so JB Weld does a case good. And then I found this. Now I don't know what this is from.
Looks like pushed the bullet pushed it.
A little overseated, maybe.
No.
Is that a tip of a bullet sticking out? Looks like it.
What is that?
That's a Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, and we lost Gene.
Oh,
We
he's
lost
gone
him
now.
altogether.
Yeah, we lost
Oh,
him
man.
altogether. But yeah, those stepped 9mm cases are like a real pain in the butt. Here he is.
All right. Look
Are
how
you?
you now use this lift. That's a case. One case on top of the case. And this is a factory round. Primer seal.
That that's a military round, military head stamp, ain't it?
Yep, 5.56. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I see what's going on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if someone did this, got a jam up somehow, but that is a case.
Looked like they had a case separation in it. Cycled into the next one.
Yeah.
That's amazing right there.
That's just three of the things I find. Like I said, those step cases, those are real thinkers, man. Going through the same problem. Right. I just thought I'd share something a little bit different tonight. Three things I find at work. I can work at public ammunition. Right now, we have free hazmat purchased $159 more with coupon code ACTIVE, all capital letters.
You're gonna have to put that in the make a comment about that because we can barely hear you.
Yeah, your audio is bad.
Yeah, you
Going back in.
you sound like you went in a swimming pool.
Yeah, so folks, this is why we reload. I'm sorry. It just is. I'm telling you. So Gene will be back in a minute, I'm sure. He's going.
I'm back. I had to plug in this crappy webcam.
We still can barely hear you, man.
Yeah, your audio still is not so awesome.
It's just like me.
No. That was not what that was supposed to be a setup for.
You heard it.
I did, but just barely.
Yeah, they're saying they can't. Yeah, Crash said, think your computer connection to your neighbor's lawnmower as mic. Check and see if you're.
I'll go ahead and look at it.
We can't hear you, but we want you to put that code in the side chat. So if Gene has gotten us a discount code, we need to. Will do, Big Al.
Back to school is the.
Jamie, do you mind if I say something real quick?
No, we need to know where you're at, bro.
Well, that's what I was wanting to talk about. So Scotsman just loves to drink hard seltzer, same as me.
Someone's got a joke.
But no, I'm already committed. So are some other people. As we're coming up through these levels, trying to raise enough money to help out Scotsman. And I just want to let everybody know, as far as like my last email and donation that I have here, we are $300 away from Scotsman having to drink a hard seltzer. And you seen Bubba out there in the side chat? Well, Bubba's going to be drinking a hard seltzer with I don't know how many, hopefully a big handful of Milk Duds in the can. So we're $300 away from them two fellers having to drink a hard seltzer.
Can I just say something? I hate you all.
And then another 500 on top of that. I believe Garage Guy said he's going to dye his beard. It won't be tomorrow night, but it'll be the following week. So that's it. 5K, we get to see Scotsman and Bubba drink a hard seltzer, and at 5,500, we get to see Garage Man dye his beard the following Saturday. So I want to think, and I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of everybody that's kind of been involved with this. I want to thank your guys' generosity. I mean, with a lot of you guys donate, not only donating and helping, but also there's people who donated prizes for the giveaways. And if you've not watched the videos, man, go check them out because there is so many really, really nice videos. And if you watch that collab video with me and Jamie that sent you over to Rumble, that prize right there is now entered into it because we went past the 4K mark. So
You're giving
that's
away
another
my.
awesome prize. Jamie, you're gonna have to give away your prize that you had there. So
I got to give away my Taurus box.
yeah.
Can I show a Taurus box on YouTube?
I assume so. I think you can give away a box on YouTube.
And Scotsman, just so you know, I donated not to help you, but to hopefully punish Bubba and watch him drink Milk Duds in hard seltzer.
Oh, that's punishing me too because you're getting me to the same total, so that's punishing me.
Well, see, your collateral damage. I didn't know. Oh, look at that!
Nice box.
So
that's what she said. No, sorry, I'm sorry.
let me say this to everyone out there, guys. Again, I never wanted this ever, but it is appreciated, and it's amazing to see how many people actually donated and didn't want an entry. That was huge. I mean, I've got some big donations that didn't want entries, and that's just incredible. So to say I appreciate it is an absolute freaking understatement. I really don't have words. I'm blown away by everyone here. You all accepted me years and years and years ago, and I'm blessed to be here and blessed to call myself an American. So thank you. Just does not cut it.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's no amount that would cause you to shave your beard, is there?
Hell no. I have shaved my beard twice. I'm never shaving my beard again, boys.
I don't blame you.
Okay, here's the code. And y'all remember Gene's giveaway as well.
Yes.
So we're at 4,700. Is that right, Hillbilly?
Yes, we're at 4,700.
Okay, that means we need $300 more to get Bubba to drink listen to this now. I want you to listen real close. A grapefruit flavored.
Yeah.
A grapefruit flavored.
Grapefruit.
Hard seltzer. And
I think that's got to be the worst one. That's the one that dang near made me puke.
And Walter's tried that before. But imagine that with a handful of Milk Duds inside.
Oh.
And just so we're clear, we only need 200 because Garage Guy said he's going to donate another 100 after Hillbilly said that. So we only are 200 away from making Bubba, and Scotsman, suffer. But Bubba's really going to suffer worse with the grapefruit and the Milk Duds, I think.
Well, yeah. I have 105 on my books.
So now we're down to $95, folks. Who's got the $95?
Well, I had just had some news come in here. So everybody shout out Garage Guy out there. He just texted me, said he's going to drop another $100 in the mail to Scotsman. So that puts us up there. I hope tomorrow, Scotsman, I hope you can make it to somewhere and get a hard seltzer. And Bubba, if you're still out there, I seen you earlier, you better get that hard seltzer and Milk Duds, baby. Because we just went over counting with Jeans where you just went over. and garage guy. And also, I want to say, besides the people that's going to be drinking hard seltzers and stuff like that, we have. Give me 1 second here, guys, and I'll look it up. But I know we have.
Here, while you're looking, I'll talk about it because I will tell you when I made my donation today, after I had talked to Mike about this, Bubba, when I put in my donation and it asked for a comment as to what it was for, I said milk duds.
Most definitely.
He's working, so I think he went back to work.
Yeah, well, he said he couldn't talk a lot because he was watching from work. So,
so as far as the hard seltzer drinking, we have me and now the Scotsman. We have Gizzard Gary,
Oh,
Bubba.
God. I got to do it again.
DJ is going to drink 4 Diet Dr. Peppers in 2 minutes or something like that, I believe, or something.
in under 2 minutes, he said. In under 2 minutes.
Walter, why did I say I would do it again? Why?
Because you are the crazy Scotsman.
We have Colt that said when we hit that level, he's going to drink 2 hard seltzers. So you can join Colt and do 2 of them if you like, Scotsman.
No.
And
one is bad enough.
yeah. Anyway, we have Pat in the bunker, and get this. So we just literally hit the 5,000 mark. MacMan is getting a American flag tattoo somewhere on his body at 5K. So I mean, awesome community, man. I mean, helping out a brother that didn't even ask for it, but well deserves it. You know, when you sow those seeds, what do you get? Somewhere down the road, you get the fruit of those seeds, guys. And so, you hear things say like, you know, I've heard people say, "Oh, no good deed goes unpunished." Ah, come on, man. Yeah, when you sow good seeds, good fruit, you get to reap that. And even though it might not always be right here on this earth, you will get to reap that at some point. So, anytime you do something good for somebody, and you know, you're sowing seeds. So just always remember that.
I can't believe this. I want you to look at this comment. And then, you know,
Oh my goodness.
dear friend in Indiana, who I thought was my dear friend. And look what he responds.
I thought we had finally put the Jiffy Mix thing to bed forever. We hadn't heard from that for months, and then Chapin shows up in the house, and look what happens.
Well,
Back to the Jiffy Mix.
I've got to do a response video to his video. You remember he was going through town and he wound up at the Jiffy Mix place, and I want to tell y'all something else too. My buddy Ricky Baird brought me a quart jar of Connecticut maple syrup, which I am dying to try. So the best use for Jiffy Mix is pancakes. I'm telling y'all the truth. We got some of that. And it was Hillbilly sent us a box of these mixed containers of muffin mix. And that's really what this stuff is. It's not cornbread. Definitely in the classical Southern sense.
You probably got some in your cabinet, maybe.
But it makes absolutely fantastic pancakes. I ain't kidding you guys. It makes great pancakes. And I can't wait to try some. And look at my brother Mark. Look at him blowing me heart kisses. I'm telling you what.
So can I say something to Hillbilly's comment?
Yeah.
So I never did any of the deeds I've done over the years expecting anything back in return, ever. That's not why I did it. Again, I can't tell you why I did it. I have no freaking clue, guys. Again, Jamie's going to be the one that'll tell you he knows exactly why. But I never did it expecting it in return, ever. So if you're out there thinking maybe I'm expecting something in return, it's not ever what I ever expected.
Well,
No.
I contributed to the. Go ahead, Hillbilly.
I was going to say that's where the blessing comes, is when you do it without expecting anything in return. That's where the blessing. That's the fruit of your seeds, not if you're expecting something. So yes, you did it without wanting something in return, and that's what you call the fruit, buddy.
Bo, that is a lie straight from the pits of hell.
Wait, are you telling me you're a foodie? You don't go with like don't do instant?
I don't do instant grits. No, ma'am, I don't. And I still owe the Emperor a video of how to properly make grits. And
He's been at your house, Jamie. He didn't insult you like that.
I know, man. He's broken bread at my table that my wife cooked for him. And then what do we get?
So, Jamie, we're going to add William C. Chafin's money to that. Batch of Jiffy Milks.
Well,
All you got to do is weigh it out and make pancakes. But
And
you
then
got to
you get
use the
to
least
use your
safety scale.
Jamie's thinking really hard. Smoke coming out of his ears.
Brother,
It's not the Jiffy Mix. He's worried about having to break out one of those stinking Lee safety scales to do it on. That's blasphemy. Blasphemy right there.
if I would do it for the cause if I could use the Lyman 505 instead. I just
That's not the deal, Jamie. You got to use the leaves.
I know, man. I know.
we all know the lease sucks, so I don't blame him to say no.
Well, I mean, it's a great cause. I'd do anything for you, brother. But dang, man. All right, we're closing in on the verse of the week, and yeah, I think there's Chasing Ghost. I'm lost. It's Friday, I think. Yeah, it's Friday, brother. Come on in here and pull up a chair. I need to say something, but I'm not really ready to say it yet. I've got an email yesterday from GGW, Tony, and from Kyle Cryer, just some guy, not Kyle Lusk. That's a long name, ain't it? Anyway, these two emails I got from them were donating prizes, and they are two very, very, very nice prizes. So I think it's too late to really promote those and do them justice. So I think in another week we're going to do something different. We're going to do something and up Joe, not Tony. I'm thinking Lakeview Outdoors. I'm sorry, GGW, but yeah, if it's all right with you, Joe, we'll put your prize, which is fabulous, in with Kyle's prize, which is also fabulous, and we'll do a giveaway on those two things starting in a couple of weeks. Probably 2 weeks from tonight. How about that, Hillbilly?
Yeah, whatever you guys decide, it's fine with me.
If that's all right with GGW and if that's all right with Kyle, we'll we'll do that, and it'll have to be on. We'll have to do the videos promoting the prizes on Rumble because we cannot do them over here.
And
that kind of tells you what kind of gift it is. If you can't do it on YouTube.
I'm sure you guys will probably do another collaboration video to promote it on here so people can go over there.
Yeah, we can do that. So
I heard what Kyle was doing today, and man, wow. All I can say is wow.
I know, and it's something that you guys have seen before.
Something that everybody has wanted.
Well, you got Garage Guy going to be next week, right, with his beard dying if the numbers get there?
We're close. We're not quite there. We're very close. Gene, what did you say? I'm just going to scratch this down so I can kind of get a quick total. What did you say? What you have so far?
I cash apped it to you.
Oh, okay.
My buddy, Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is going to help me out. I tell you what, if it'll get Garage Guy's beard dyed and get some hard seltzers drank, I'll do this video, and I'll do it next week. But I won't do it with a Lee scale. It'll be with because the Lee scales are destroyed, guys. They're just are. They've been dismantled and parts have been lost, and I'm proud of that. And I think I did you a service. But yeah, that's next Saturday, August the 17th. That's a good friend of mine's birthday.
That's my daughter's birthday.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then Sunday's mine.
Well, happy birthday, Brooke.
Thanks. It's next weekend, but yeah.
Very good. Very
All
good. Right. There's a lot of August babies up and around here, ain't there?
Yes, here's a North American fact is that Mother's Day should actually be in August because the most babies in the Northern Hemisphere are born in August.
You know why?
Because November starts getting cold.
Novembers are getting cold.
Long, cold winter nights.
There you go.
And days. Afternoons, mornings, evenings.
And so yeah, we've got a packed August. We have at least 4 or 5 family members who have August birthdays, and then we are celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary this year. So
congratulations!
All right,
super excited.
Curtis, no, please, no. I can't use those things. That's the whole point, man. I cannot use them. I just can't.
Curtis, here's the thing, man. You send it to Jamie. All we're gonna do is blow it up.
It'll become like the hard seltzer on Hillbilly's channel.
You don't send those to Jamie without them going somewhere downrange. That's where they go, man. That's where they belong.
Yeah.
Targets.
And this is a good fact RTAC brings up too. GOA, Gun Owners of America Leadership Summit, August the 15th through the 18th. And
I'll be at Area 5 Nationals for USPSA.
I won't be able to make it this year, but I hope to next year. I have walks. I have a I think that's a OHAS 505 with a Lyman label on.
Now, also, KFW Hillbilly, KFW sent this knife.
Yes,
and
we
it's really
in the giveaway.
It's really cool, man. So that'll be in on the giveaway too. Whoever wins it, just let me know, and I'll take care of mailing it to them.
You betcha.
And I'll kick in a couple little extras too in
What
the
a
package.
sweet prize, man. That is so
Yeah,
nice.
it's really nice of KFW do that.
Yes, he's a great dude, man. He sent me a Nebo light once upon a time, and it's been years, and I still use that thing all hunting season. And my buddy makes fun of me. My hunting partner makes fun of me because the thing's so bright. And he's like, "What deer didn't see that in the next 3 counties?"
All right, so I need to address 2 things. So number 1, KFW is awesome. He sent me a Nebo light years ago too, and I recently got a package from him with one of those knives as well. I got to do a video on it. I just have no power right now, so I got no lighting and all that, so I really can't do any videos. Only reason I'm on here is because I got the generator going and have the essential things plugged in. Yeah, I got no lighting or anything like that. Yeah. Mr. Chapin, sir, you are wrong. You are wrong on so many levels.
So should I go over? I know we've done it before, but try it real quickly. Should I go over some of the giveaways?
We're past time for the verse of the week. Can you do
okay.
that that?
It is that late. Okay, yeah.
All right, let me do this right quick. And thank y'all for hanging in there with me. We've been going through for months now. We've been going through the Sermon on the Mount, and we're starting to wind it down. So this is not going to be a popular verse. As a matter of fact, we were in the green room before the thing started, and I said, "Walter, what have you done to me?" And he had no idea what I was talking about, and it was about this verse. So remember last week we talked about the good tree bearing good fruit, and the bad tree bearing bad fruit, the good tree bearing good fruit. So we get to the next verse here in verse 21. Matthew 7:21 says, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven." Verse 22, "Many will say to me in that day, 'Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?' Verse 23 says, 'Then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness.'" Okay, so let's dig in here for a minute. So when we see this phrase, "Lord, Lord," what's happening here is we're affirming Jesus as Lord and Savior of our life. But Jesus is saying, "Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter the kingdom of heaven." This is the condition there. It's like programming, if-then statements. "But he who does the will of my Father in heaven." So it's not enough to call Jesus Lord if you're not being obedient to the words of his Father from heaven. So we say, if you believe, you'll be saved. Well, that is correct. If you believe, you will be saved. But you've got to believe to the point that it makes a difference in your life. So you can say, "Lord, Lord," and still not be doing what Jesus is telling you to do because you don't believe to the point that it's made a difference in your life. When you know, you have no doubt in your mind that God created the world and that Jesus came into the world to die on the cross to save us from our sins, but you still go about your life doing the same things you did before you came to that conclusion, you are still in your sin. You do not believe to the point that it changes your life. And when we get to verse 22, "Many will say to me in that day, 'Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?'" These 3 acts are the acts of a prophet. So when we see we have prophesied in your name, what do prophets do? Prophets prophesy future events. They carry a message from God to the people. When we see we have cast out demons in your name, that's an act of a prophet. And we have done many wonders in your name. That's the act of a prophet, doing miracles like Jesus did. But remember, the whole good fruit, bad fruit thing is based on Jesus's warning to beware of false prophets. They can do all of these things and still not be doing them for the Lord. And so, verse 23, then I will declare to them, this is Jesus talking, I never knew you, depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Basically, what we're reading here is beware of false prophets, don't let them deceive you, and be aware of what God directs us to do in his word, and be doing those things, and there is no doubt where you'll spend eternity if you do the things that God directs you to do in his word. Questions or comments?
Why did you start off with saying no one's going to like it?
Do what?
I said, why do you start that verse off with saying it might not be popular?
Because that's a hard teaching. There are folks that would tell me that that's in direct contradiction to Romans chapter 10, where Paul writes that everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. And we're talking about two different writers, two different quotes to two different audiences. The most important thing about scripture is context. If you don't know who the writer is writing to, why he's writing it to them, and when he wrote it to them, the who, what, where, when, and how, that's the thing. Everything in scripture has got to be taken in context, or you get it out of context. You can take scripture and justify anything in life that you want to do. Did I explain that right?
Yeah. No, I mean, my daughter and I actually were just talking about For the Love of Money. And I'm just like, no, that's not the entire thing. It's about not putting money in front of God. And people take chunks of the Bible out all the time.
Well, the most popular misquote of that scripture is money is the root of all evil. Money is a necessary commodity that we have to get through life.
Right.
It's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
Right. And it's the same conversation I have when we talk about banning things, because if I have a brick in my hand, I throw it through a window and I've caused vandalism. If I have a brick in my hand and I put it down on the ground and it's the cornerstone of a hospital, it's now done something good. If I have $10 in one hand and I give it to Scotsman, we're getting closer to making Bubba eat milk duds, so that's good.
There's Link. What's going on, Link?
So let's break this down a different way. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is not necessarily essential. The reason that money comes into play is because we have so many laws that make it come into play. If things were how they were back in the day, you could go out and hunt and not have to worry about a damn thing, and money wouldn't be an issue. Money came into play because that's what they wanted. They wanted a way to control. So that's where money come into play. And so when we say money is the root of all evil, it's really not essentially the root of all evil. It's brought to you courtesy of your wonderful government.
Well, I'd like to say this because this is kind of how it was explained to me, and I'm just going to throw Cooter under the bus to use him for example. So, Cooter just good old boy and all that. Say he hits the lottery and he's got just money to blow, and he goes and buys him a new convertible and drives to Vegas and blows all of his money on booze, drugs, and hookers. Or say, man, money caused that. No, Cooter may have done that. He just didn't have the money to do it before. It wasn't, the cause of it. And so good people can do good stuff with money, and, people can take money and use it unwisely, I guess is kind of the story.
I would say a prime example would be, and I'm not trying to self-promote myself or anything like that, but, over the years, we've done all these different giveaways and fundraisers and all that. And folks, I'm not made of money. And I just pulled them up my rear end. That's just how I did it. I pulled them up my rear end, and I was proud to do so, to help people, so money's not everything, man. It never is, never will be.
Okay, any other questions or comments about the verse of the week? Okay. All right, Hillbilly, what were you wanting to say before I so rudely interrupted you with the verse of the week?
Oh, I about forgot. I was going to ask if you want me to show some of the giveaways.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. So some of the ones I have just sitting around me, and I got some pictures. So for the giveaways, for one of them, you have to go to Rumble and check out mine and Jamie's collab video to see what he is giving away, and there's that Taurus box. So we also have the Garmin from the He Say channel. Awesome stuff. A nice Garmin chronograph.
Jamie, make Hillbilly big.
Huh?
I told Jamie to make you big so we can see what you're holding up the camera.
Oh. Let me go back there so I don't miss anything. We have Scotsman is giving away a Burris scope. It's a full field E1 4.5 by 14 by 42 with rings. What a sweet gift! So, like, you could win one of Scotsman's scopes.
Wait, what am I doing? You said what?
Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. That Burris scope you have, you're giving that away if you don't mind.
Yeah, remember when you came home last week and the front door was unlocked?
Tackle Fudd is giving a $50 gift card. Your choice of Midway or Brown Ales. He Say channel is giving away this awesome Garmin chronograph. I mean, this thing is really cool, along with all the other stuff. We have Mark Brown over at Brownworks. He's giving away this custom-made pistol stand, Second Amendment, 1776. Beautiful work, as always, as Mark turns out, live edge and everything. We have Hasbro. He is giving away, oh, here it is. I'm going to have to share the screen for this one.
All right, go ahead.
There it is. He is giving away not the firearm. It's not the firearm. He's giving away the Cold-Tac flat bag here, and he 3D printed an adapter that holds a Arca mount. So all three of these, you're getting all three of these, the Arca mount, the adapter, and the bag, and these are really sweet. A lot of people use these in competition where rifle, where you're going and you got to set your rifle down real quick and take a shot to the scope. Great stuff. We have Discovery Optics. Oh wait, here I actually have that here on screen. So Discovery Optics, they're giving away. Get it in the screen here. Let me hold it like this. Okay, they're giving away this awesome 3x9 variable with the mounts. These mounts are really cool. They're awesome. You won't be getting this one. This one's mine. They are going to be giving away, sending you a brand new one. Thanks to Link out there. Appreciate that, buddy. Excuse me, Jamie. See, I'll exit this and bring this back up. Dang it. Oh, man. So we have, I got my pictures mixed up here. Okay, there we go. Mark Thomas. Dang it. Giving away these awesome holsters that he made and engraved. I mean, these are so cool. We have one that is for a single action army, one is for a 1911, and this will be 2 different giveaways. So, I mean, that is just really cool. We have somebody who wants to stay anonymous. They're giving away a Burris Veracity scope, 2.5 by 10. We have Garage Guy that is giving away. Here, let me. Excuse me, guys. Got the coughs here.
Did someone slip you some hard salsa early? Is that why you're choking already?
He's giving away actually 3 knives. This is one, and then another one, and then I didn't get the other picture uploaded. And the other set of knives has actually 2 knives in it. So really cool stuff. CV Life is giving away, and this is actually, this picture shows it being black, but it's actually FDE color. They are giving away this 28-inch soft case gun bag. And I did a little video on that to show everybody about that. It's really nice. I would like to have that myself, actually. And I'll be sending the one to you that was on the video. Ron Wayne is giving away. Yeah, here it is. These buck knives. It's a collection set. It's in a tin. They're really, really nice. Really, really sweet stuff, along with the other nice Garage Guys giving away some really nice knives, guys. Okay, and then there was the front of that tin, and then also Tactical Foot is also giving away the shooting mat with the bags. So that's like a 3-piece deal, all brand new, that he'll be giving away. And now the rest of the stuff I don't have pictures of. KFW is giving away that knife that Gene was showing earlier, which is really, really awesome. And Gene said he's going to throw something else in there. MacMan's giving away a DeWalt cordless screwdriver, new, a value of $300. CW, well, okay, CW, I'll let you tell what you're giving away, and then Jamie, I'll let you tell about Georgia Shooting Connections giveaway.
I've got a Bushnell banner 6 to 18 by 50, I believe.
Nice.
Scope with rings. And Jamie's got some reloading packages, which I am also going to be a part of, depending on what the winner requests.
Yeah, we're just going to make you up a bunch of stuff that you can use. Bullets, maybe a die set, maybe even a press if you're wanting to get into reloading. So that'll be CW, myself, Six, and Walter will be chipping in on all that. So you'll be getting boxes from 4 corners of the nation. So,
Universe.
California, Texas, Georgia, and Connecticut. So I hope somebody will pick that gift and let us show you what we can do, and hopefully get somebody further down along the road to reloading, or get them into it, one or the other.
Yes.
And if you've not started reloading, don't let that bother you. We'll hook you up. We'll get you into it. So there's that. Go ahead, my brother. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you guys, for everybody that's donated, that's how you get entered into the giveaways. The donations will end for the giveaways at midnight tonight Central Time. You can still donate later on, but it's just for these giveaways that we're just talking about. And you do have to be present tomorrow night on Guns, Beer, and Therapy, right here on Hibbly Up channel. 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. The reason is because I'm going to have like 2 to 3 different deals of giveaways. So whatever is in the first package, whoever wins gets to choose out of that first package till those are all gone. Then we'll move on to the second package, same way until all of it's gone. And it's just, we're going to mix everything up a little bit, kind of according on value. So anyway, I'm just trying to make it as fair as I possibly can for everybody. So anyway, I appreciate y'all.
Well, we appreciate all you guys watching in the side chat. Let's start going through the room. We got to hurry up and clear the deck for Gizzard Gary and all the hens tonight. So, Brooke, thank you for being our guest. Anything you'd like to tell us about you got coming up this week?
Oh, let's see. I don't know. No, tomorrow night, like we all said, 9 p.m. Eastern, Suicide Prevention Saturday over on YouTube and on Facebook. And September, I'm doing an instructor course because I'm a USCCA training counselor as well as an NRA training counselor. So that'll be September. So that's kind of fun. And that's kind of it as far as like highlights of stuff that I don't just do every day, which is like Scott was talking about. If you want to learn how to do IDPA, which it was so funny because before the show, someone actually called and said, "Hey, I want to get into IDPA." So I literally told them all the same stuff I told you guys today. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you.
I have a friend at my Wednesday night men's group that's dying to get me to come to IDPA. So,
also, yeah, I can walk you through it all in a Zoom class.
well, I appreciate you being here tonight, guys in the side chat. Do y'all appreciate Brooke? Let her know. So
Definitely.
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on A Great Start Shooting School channel on YouTube. Mr. Mark Thomas.
Well, don't have anything planned great this week, but we'll see what we get into. It's been wonderful being here this evening. Nice to see everybody. Looking forward to tomorrow night. That's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. Doing some good work there. So thank y'all. Take care. Have a great weekend.
I think, brother, that's all we're going to be doing is giving away other people's stuff. And, man, they just ain't nothing more fun. I'm telling. Mr. Blow Smoke, what you got coming up this week, my brother?
Well, let's see. Thanks for having me on. Brooke, thanks for coming on tonight. We love you. We appreciate you very much. Doing a great thing. Absolutely fabulous. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to do a Senate up for office meet and greet. So I'm going to go meet him and see what he's about. So far, I like what I hear. Let's see if I like what I see. You know what I mean? And I just got in my.
Look at you being all official, like.
Well, I've been
Nice, James.
RO in level 3 matches, so I just finally decided to get the shirt to match the perk. You know, everybody knows not to poke the bear. Let's see. Sunday, I've got a USPSA shoot. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be shooting my new Sig Sauer X5 full size. Beautiful firearm.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful. I got a whole new rig for it. I got a video coming up about the rig, what I'm using now, as to what I was using. But other than that, man, thanks for having me on. There's a lot of great giveaways going on for the Scotsman here. Hillbilly's got fabulous, huge giveaway going on. I've got one to benefit him as well. Go over to my channel and check out that video. And I'll be reposting another video on an update with it. But thanks for having me on tonight. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you on the panel and in the side chat. Love y'all. No homo.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for being here, my brother. And thanks for what's Hot Pot got other than the technical problem. So we'll deal with that. So, Scotsman, what you got coming up, bro?
All right. Well, good being here. Good seeing everyone up in the side chat. I still have no power. I hope I have power soon. If I get power soon, then we'll have some videos. I got a couple different things to review. One is a light that I'm going to be brutally honest about it. It's a piece of fucking shit. And yeah, I told when they sent me the email that I'd be brutally honest, and I'm going to be brutally honest. So you'll see that video. They're probably not going to like it, but screw them. They sent it to me, and I told them up front. So that's just how we do around here. We don't mess around. We're brutally honest. I got that. I got a couple other things. I don't know how much shooting I can get out and do. Still having some issues with being on my feet for a long period of time or trying to sit for a long period of time. So I want to try and get out and do some of the targets that guys have out there. If you guys haven't seen Day at the Range, No Pro, and some of all these other guys out there that are putting out these targets, 6 Year Tax, and he's got some as well. Get over and watch some of these videos. If you can get out there and do some of the shooting, do some of the shooting. I want to try and get up and do some of it. We're just kind of in that middle of the road at the moment. Just what I can and can't do. Just trying not to push it. But again, hopefully we'll have power here soon and can get some more stuff done around here. But always appreciate being here. I appreciate everyone out there. I don't appreciate everyone for making me have to drink a freaking hard seltzer.
It could be worse. There could be milk duds in yours.
Well, hey, you know what? He did that to himself. He did that to himself. And I'll be fair, I did it to myself too. I said 5K and I would do one too. So I did it to myself as well, but I didn't think we would hit 5K. So I will freaking hard seltzer tomorrow. I got to run into town and do a couple things in town. So that'll be one of them, I guess. And hopefully we'll see you all on, well, I'm not going to say hopefully because I really don't want to be there to do it, but we'll see you on Hillbilly's chat tomorrow.
Rick, say something.
All right.
It's your turn.
I was waiting to see if he was finished or not. But
Go ahead, 6. What you got coming up?
we got some cowboy action shooting in the morning. Mama's gonna get to try out her new rig and her new grips that she got and all that stuff. Hopefully, I don't spend too much time in the heat tomorrow because I did that last Saturday and then didn't get to go to the range and shoot all those challenge targets. So hopefully, I can do that Sunday and then back to work Monday. So that's all I've got. Walter.
Well, we got some casting and loading stuff going on over on the Rumble channel, and we're going to finish up the RL 550B rebuild project come Monday. That'll be done. And thanks for inviting me to participate in this wonderful event. We'll look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night on the Hillbilly Up channel on Guns, Beer, and Therapy. I'm done.
Thanks for being here, brother. What you got coming up, Hillbilly? I forgot to let you go first. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I noticed Walter did not say he'd drink a seltzer this time.
That's
My mama didn't raise no fool.
Come on, Walter. Come on, man. Support a brother. Support a brother, man.
Man, we don't even dip our toes into that. No. Me and Walter's smart. We don't even dip our toes in that.
So, what I got coming up, we got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And, man, it is going to be a packed, fun show from beginning to end. We're going to be basically just drinking hard seltzer and giving away stuff. And I mean, that's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. Make sure you can be there if you can, any at all possible. And then I just got videos coming out. So other than that, appreciate everybody. And I want to say also again, go check out Reloading from Hot Pot. Gene has some really nice giveaways over there. Make sure you go over there and get entered. I entered and I'm like, said I want the reloading package because both of them so cool. I couldn't make my mind up. So anyway, go check that out because some really great stuff over there. And appreciate you guys for having me on. CW, what you got coming up, brother?
Well, I'm back. My spanking is over, so I got video. I got a video posted tonight already, and I got coming up a whole bunch of them. So that's good news. I got made a couple videos last week, so those will be coming up in the upcoming weeks. And I want to thank Brooke for coming on tonight. It's really good information. Good to talk about this stuff. Nice to see, bring somebody else on, just to see somebody else's perspective on things. And it was really,
and she's
really
better
informative.
looking than all of us. So
True enough. Yes.
I even put makeup on for y'all. So there's that.
We noticed.
I'd like to thank the side chat as always. You guys are awesome. We had some pretty good numbers tonight, and I saw a lot of new faces, which is really, really good. So, Jamie, that's about it.
Thank you, side chat, for being here. We had over 50 tonight for the first time in a while because of the summer. I hope that's what it is. Plus, we're on Rumble for the first time tonight. So thank you guys watching over there. And
I seen up to 28 people watching on Rumble.
Very cool. Very cool. So, and eventually that will be our home, I'm sure, because I don't see YouTube getting off of our back. So remember, you got till midnight to get your donations in at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com. And let's get Garage Guy's beard dyed a different color. And I can't wait to see that. And
I hope he goes back. I hope he goes with pink or something.
Yeah,
He said brown. So
He did say brown. I voted for pink when we were talking about it too last
Yeah,
week.
I think
Pink.
the color of Brooks'
Pink.
shirt would be perfect.
yes,
Exactly.
it would. That bright pink, fluorescent pink. Anyway, we got to clear the deck for Gizzard Gary. Remember, we love you, and so does the Lord. And if we hope He blesses y'all real good, and if He's willing, we'll see you next Friday night at 8:00. Say good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Yay.
Happy Curve.